There's no shot that big homie went to a fucking gym, okay? And at the gym, someone came up and was like, why are you staring at me? And then he was like, I'm blind. And then that person didn't literally spend the rest of the next 30 minutes apologizing profusely. That's like, there is not a person like that out there. And not only that, but I'm also inferring that this person might even be a reactionary right-winger too. I don't know anything about that guy, but the story and the way he presented it, like the hysterical fucking lib woman who's like, well, you still can't stare at me. I assume, I'm doubling down, my assessment is that he's also a right-wing grifter. Sorry. No fucking shot. Name is Blind Surfer. You're gonna wake up trending and canceled again? He hates Mr. Beast.
So I'm blind, and Mr. Beast just cured blindness. So why am I still blind? The reason is because he didn't actually cure blindness. He paid for cataract surgery. But before we get going, let me tell you, I'm not here to pile on. Mr. Beast is not a bad dude, and he didn't do a bad thing here. To the contrary, he did an amazing thing.
I need to know more about this guy. What is this?
Kind of ironic that a white man is wearing a woman for Trump.
Wait, what? Why did you just look? Why did you send this? There is no fucking way this guy's shooting guns. What?
It was about 9 years ago when my eyesight really started crapping out, and all of my friends were involved in like adult sports leagues. They were.
My man's really showing the ableist side. You think it's ableist to say it's fucking what? I know he's blind. I'm not saying he's not blind. Now we're looking to see if he's right wing.
Either golfing or playing basketball together or softball, and I couldn't do any of that stuff.
This dude's about to make a response TikTok to you like, I might be blind, but at least I don't pretend not to see the Armenian genocide like Hasan does. That's a good one. He has a high capacity magazine permit as a blind guy. That's something you can have. That's crazy. What the fuck? Maybe he's not right wing. I don't know. But that story was very suspicious, and I do not believe that happened to him. What? Civil man scolded by bicyclists for using motorbike on park trail? What? Anyway, I don't know. Pete Gustin is the voice of the exclusive brand voice of the Fox News channel. Wait, really? He does have a really good voice. He also has a sheriff's department shirt here. I don't know what's that.
I was in Boston at the time, and I was complaining about it to a friend I knew at the gym who ended up being a very avid gun enthusiast. He brought me over to his basement.
He has a great voice. I mean, that makes sense.
Showed me that he had a lot of weapons. And then he actually was an instructor, and he taught me gun safety. I took the class, I went through everything, and it turned out that there was a gun range right behind my house where I lived, less than a mile away. And I was like, hey, this is something I think I could do. I mean, point, shoot, point, away from my face, away from people.
In a safe environment.
In a safe environment. And so I did. I started buying a bunch of different guns. I got a 357 Magnum that I was taking to the range. Josh wants to hold the 357 Magnum. And then it's a funny laugh. I'm holding a gun.
I'm just gonna awkwardly hold this.
But it
Not
was
loaded, everyone.
We'll just point it at my toes.
Yeah, not loaded, but it was a pretty fun hobby. I could walk to the range, so blind guy walking down the street with his guns to the range, and it was pretty enjoyable. And I kind of got into it. And I started buying a bunch of guns. I bought a little Bodyguard. This one's really little.
I like that one.
It's a 380. It's tiny. And
It's like a boot gun.
Yeah, it is a boot gun. I think there's like a boot you can like strap it down there to yourself, or leave it safely at home in a safe. Does that make you happy, Banana?
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Snub nose 38 special, and
Bro, what the fuck? Yo, America is so strange, brother. I know immediately people are going to be like, oh, just because he's blonde doesn't mean he can't do home defense. But like, bro, what the fuck? This is crazy. I've talked about this before. I talked about this before when I said like, it's wild. It's wild that like, no, we've seen this before. There was another blind guy who goes to the fucking range and shoots guns. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how?
then so I started.
Like, does he drive cars too? Like, I don't think it's ableist. I know there's different kinds of blindness, but if you're legally blind, you should not be able to drive. And you definitely should not be able to. You should not be able to shoot a gun either. Motherfucker's an echolocation. What is he, a bat, dude? Is he a whale? What are you talking about? I don't think blind people should be allowed to have guns, man. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Like, just for the safety of your family members. Like, what the fuck? Am I being fucked up here? Like, when I ask this question in the chat, people always fucking will use this as an opportunity to shit on me. But I do kind of feel weird about like, yeah, everyone is doing it. Everyone's doing it a bit. Fucking ableist as fuck. Stop to think for 1 second why a blind person could not shoot in a range for fun. We're not talking about shooting in a range for fun. He has guns at his house. Like, you can, I don't even know if you could just like go to the range, I guess on an empty range day maybe, but like what the fuck? What is happening? Chat's like actually saying blind people should have guns? What? Am I crazy? I think like maybe supervised shooting at the range is like I guess it's fine. I don't know. But like having them at your house is, a threat to yourself, your family members. You know what I mean?
I started toying with the idea of, this is a VP40 from H&K. I started toying with the idea of
maybe pointing to the ground.
Yeah, of a dot. And if I was with someone at the range, they could, coach me and be like, hey, aim it left, right, up, down, because they could see where I was aiming with the green dot. So I was trying a bunch of different things with the guns. I was just trying to look for a hobby. You wouldn't think that guns are a hobby that a blind guy could do, but I enjoyed it.
Dude, actually, what am I saying? Like, I literally believe that I believe that just like a driver's license, you should be able to demonstrate proficiency when you want to get a weapon. So of course I don't think blind people should be allowed to own guns. What the fuck am I? Why am I even having this conversation with the most idiotic group of fucking baboons in my chat who are literally cackling like a bunch of hyenas at the sight of like me potentially questioning like firmly held beliefs that I have. No, that's crazy. No, blind people should not be allowed to own weapons. Sorry. Yes, that's ableist. Yes, I don't give a fuck. You can suck my dick, okay? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I literally, for a second, was like thinking about it, and I was like, what the fuck am I even saying? Thank God you're not in charge of anything. What do you mean? Why? I think that is the correct conclusion. No, blind people, you can technically pass the requirements for weapon safety as a blind guy, as accuracy is not a requirement as far as I know.
And then I found surf.
Isn't it possible that he doesn't live there alone? There's like 3 people in the closet with him. Bro, that makes it worse. What do you mean? That literally makes it worse. You're going to accidentally kill your wife thinking it's a home intruder, dude. What the fuck? Yo, you guys are trolling, right? You have to be trolling. There's no fucking way motherfuckers in the chat are just being serious right now. We're talking about like a blind dude having an arsenal.
It seemed a little safer.
Now, are you gonna train Josh on guns?
Have you ever shot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? You're well versed with weaponry?
No.
But pointing away from you.
I'm not a huge gun
He's casually pointed that shit at everyone while discussing his guns as well. Yeah, it's crazy.
fan, but in the range, it's all fun. Or in the desert with cans, you know?
Not loaded. Everybody's very happy to see that.
Yeah.
We go to the range.
Wait, how does he
A little
know?
later in the episode.
I get worried because, I don't know, I feel like I might get like trigger happy or something.
You might like it too much.
Maybe I don't want to be around. It was. I was surprised, honestly. I figured it'd give me a harder time out here.
Wait, what are people saying to this? Honestly, man, big respect. Putting all factors and more when it comes to gun safety. Very good example of a responsible owner. Brother, he's blind. I feel like it's automatically irresponsible. A hobby that I picked up as my eyesight began to fail is lockpicking. See, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. That's great. Lost my sight in my right dominant eye. 2060 in my left. Shooting helped me adjust to my new sight. Yeah, Americans are at a point of no return. Americans are at a point of no return. I realize. Never mind. I take it back. No, I realize because like they think having a gun is like unironically this like God-given right, like this inalienable, like this constitutionally protected God-given right. So that's why they're like, of course, like a blind person is gonna have that actually, because they should.
So how can a blind guy like me shoot a gun? And do so accurately?
You got a lot in.
Yeah?
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 out of 10 on the board?
Target.
I put a Crimson Trace laser sight on my gun and go to the range with my friend and coach Josh.
Alright, let's see how many headshots I got.
Then he can see where
Wait, he's not your coach. He said he doesn't even know how to shoot. Wait, is this guy like constantly lying? What's up with that? We know that motherfucker is not a coach. He said he's never shot. Oh, surfing coach or life
I'm
coach.
aiming and
Okay.
help get me on target.
Go to your left, way left, way left, up, right there,
We spend a little time dialing me in
up, right there.
until the muscle memory starts to kick in,
Alright, you're good.
and then I can unload.
Alright, you're on target at that spot.
So how can a blind guy like me shoot a gun?
Please watch this guy surf after because it's fucking impressive. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like I have no issue with that. That's awesome. You know, when you're surfing blind, you're just mostly just a danger to yourself. You know what I mean? And if it makes you feel like it's good, you know, I'm not saying blind people should be like not allowed to do anything. What the fuck? But like a gun or a car, you know, those are two things that blind people, I think, understandably don't engage with, you know? Just because he can't see doesn't mean he's mentally disabled. He's clearly responsive. Wait, what? You are not using that. Okay, let him drive a car then. Fuck it, YOLO. You're right. Just because he can't see doesn't mean he's mentally disabled. Let him drive too, brother. What the fuck? Give him a fuck it. Give him a pilot's license, man. Let the blind drive. It's literally not the same, huh? What do you mean? He did? Stop. Stop. You guys are fucking around. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. I'm not. I can't. I need to move away from this because I need to move away from this subject because it's like frustrating. There's literally a Marvel documentary of a blind vigilante fighting crime on the streets of New York. What is wrong with you? I think if you're at like an empty range, you know what I mean? That's like whatever. It's not the worst thing. No, bro's actually.
Can a blind guy drive a car?
If I were sitting here in the driver's seat and I held my cane out, does it reach the front of the car? Is it
Yeah, it's a joke. Like, this is a meme, guys. It's not like
Should
actually
a blind guy
fucking.
drive a car?
Wait, are we moving? We're moving. This is a terrible idea.
Despite what people told me,
I mean, I've heard these modern cars basically drive themselves.
it did not drive itself.
Go left a little.
I don't like it. And I was too scared to properly listen to directions.
Now straighten out.
Straight.
No, that's right.
Wait, okay.
So when we finally reached the end of the street,
I was putting it off to the side. All right.
Putting it off to the side, he says.
and how'd I do?
Is that a good parking spot?
yeah, it's a perfect parking spot.
All right, cool. At least I can do one thing, right?
Sure.
I can park. So the answer is no. A blind guy cannot drive a car.
All right, let's change seats. This is horrifying.
Oh, hey, and nobody tell Banana that Josh and I went out in her super complicated new car.
Get it.
Too much technology for you?
Can a blind guy...
I mean, that's like funny. Like, that's whatever. That's cute. He's not like advocating to, you know, own the car by himself and drive by himself. You know what I mean? I'm glad he knows his limitations. Of course he knows his limitations. That's crazy. Best Hassan quote, let the blind drive, true communist. Yeah. Better than a female. Thank you. You're right, Chris X. Bentley. Better a blind man than a female.